Students, today we are going to discuss about HTML. So this HTML is one of the important components of the web technology. So this HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Now, using this HTML language, what we can do is we can create the static web pages. Static web pages. So basically, what exactly mean by the static web page? For example, you have developed a one web page, web page is deployed at the server level. If that web page is accessed by many users, for all these users, the same content is displayed. Called static web page. That means user to user, the data won't be changed. Whoever is going to open that web page, for all of the same format. So that is what is called a static web page, which doesn't offer any sort of the dynamic code or the any sort of the user interaction other than navigating from one page to another page. And then you have to understand that HTML is a language rather than it is a one markup language. So what this markup language means, whatever there will be some sort of markup elements are there. Markup elements like of tags, table tags, frame tags, image tags, document tags, list tags. So many tags are there. With the help of these predefined tags, what we can do is we can populate the information. So in whatever the way you want to render the content with the help of this markup language tags, we can render the information in a different way. If you want to display the images, you can display the images. If you want to display the data in the with the help of the markup tags, whatever these tags are there, all the tags are the predefined tags. So these markup tags are used to describe your web pages, what exactly the web page and how exactly it is going to be rendered on the now. Please understand. So because of this HTML, what we can do is we can on the worldwide web. Now, how exactly the web page can be designed? This web page can be designed with the help of some special keywords, or you can say some special jargons. These are technically called tags. So, with the help of the tags, we can able to create the web pages, and then so whatever this web page is there, this web page can be opened with the help of a software is called browser, that you can done with the help of the Internet Explorer or Chrome or Mozilla Firefox, anything. So whatever the tag based program you have, that tag based program can be opened with the help of a application software is called browser. So with the help of that browser you can open the program. And please be understood that this HTML is a platform independent language that can be used on the any platform like Windows, Linux, Unix, Macintosh, or any operating system. That's why this HTML is called it as a platform independent language. Now whatever the content you are displaying, the content can be displayed in a different way with the help of this markup text. So how the text can be markup means with the help of the some markup tags are there. There will be tags are there for the headings, tags are there for the paragraphs, tags are there for the tables, so on. Many tags are there. It depending upon how you want to render the data on the page. So there are the different sort of markup tags are available. You can use those tags, and then you can render the information in a different way. And whatever the web page we are going to develop, I already told you that web page can be opened with the help of a application software is called browser. So in your operating system itself, whatever the web browser is installed, with the help of that web browser you can open this web program. Clear? Right. Now So this HTML is used to create a web pages. Yes, if you want to create a more attractive web pages, yes, you can create. How it is possible means it's all possible with the help of this markup tags only. There are the markup tags are there for the graphics and fonts and colors, everything. What not you can do everything. You can render the page in a beautiful way. And not only that, you can provide some kind of hyperlinking. That is what hypertext markup language. This hypertext means simply you can say a hypertext is a text within the text. That means if an if a user is click on this hypertext, then user will be navigate to the new page, or the user will be navigate to the different section of the same page. That means with the help of this markup, the user can be navigate to the new page, or the user can be navigate to the different section of the same page. This sort of concept is called hyperlinks. This hyperlinks we can create with the help of the HTML. That means HTML is consists of two things. One is hypertext. With the help of this hypertext, the user can navigate from one page to another page, or the user can navigate from the one section to another section within the same page, plus markup language. So I already told you, with the help of this markup language we can render the information in different forms. Whether you want to display it in the paragraph, yes, you can display it. If you want to display the information in the form of the list, yes, you can display it. If you want to display the information with the help of the images, yes, you can display it. And within the page itself, if you want to open the multiple different sub windows also, yes, you can use it. That is what we can done with the help of the frames. Even you can, if you want to develop some user form also, yes, you can develop. There are some now, what are the different objectives of this HTML? I already told you the objective of the HTML is used to create the static web pages. And not only creating the static web page, but also if you want to do some presentation, if you want to work on some formatting, yes, you can do some sort of formatting and some sort of styles also. And similarly, what else you can do is, if you want to display the kind of data in the list box, the ordered list, unordered list. So what exactly this ordered list and unordered list, when we are executing the program, you can realize how exactly in case of list the information can be rendered. And you can also understand what the way we can use the tab. I already told you, when you want to navigate from the one page to another page, how exactly the linking can be done. And you can also understand that the page also can be used as a link. So when you are executing the multiple programs, and then you can understand the real objectives of the HTML. Now, in this, you have to understand what is www. This www stands for World Wide Web. So this is a system of interlinked hypertext documents. These documents are accessed via internet. So how these pages can be accessed means, we are going to open Internet Explorer or Chrome or Mozilla Firefox, and then we are going to enter some the URL, and then we will press the enter button. Thereby the page will be displayed. So basically what this page consists of, this page might be consists of some sort of textual information, or some graphical information, or some image information, or audio information, video information, animation. So you want some kind of textual information, whereas rather than it can display all the sort of the multimedia information also. But please be remember that, so with the help of the hypermedia, the user can navigate from one page to another page. For example, if you take your Gmail application, if you want to move from inbox to drop, if you want to move to the sender mail, from the sender mail, if you want to navigate to the settings, from the settings you want to move to the some other. So like this, these are the basic sort of activities media and the hypertext. That is what the main purpose of the World Wide Web. Now, what exactly we required to develop the HTML program is there are the basic two tools are required. One is the HTML editor, the another is the browser. So HTML editor means you no need to use any specific software to develop a HTML program or to write a HTML program. Rather, in case of Windows environment, you can use the Notepad file. So using the Notepad file, you can open it and then you can write the content and then save the file name as a .html or the HTML and open the file with the help of your own browser software in your operating system itself. So by default, some browsers are available. So whatever the other sort of the browsers are there, you can download it and install it, and then you can open these HTML documents. That means there are the majorly two tools are required to check this HTML program. One is the editor. In case of Windows, you can use the Notepad, whereas in case of Unix and Linux, you can use the VA editor also. So once you written your program, you can save this program with the .html extension or the .htm extension. So once it is been done, you can view the how exactly the page is rendered. That you can done with the help of a software is called uh, your web browser. So you can use any web browser which is installed in your system to view how exactly the page is going to be. Okay, so that is what. So basically browsers are so many are there. You can use the Microsoft Internet Explorer, or you can use the um, Chrome, or you can use the Mozilla Firefox, or you can use the Opera. So you can use any browser software to open this HTML or the HTML file. Now, what are the different building blocks of the HTML? So the building blocks of the HTML are two things. One is the tag, the another is the attribute. First, let us understand what are the different sort of the tags are supported by the HTML. So HTML supports two kinds of tags. One is the paired tag, the another is the unpaired tag. Paired tag means it will be have the start tag, then it will have the end tag. Whereas the unpaired tag it won't have any end tag. Rather than right away you can use that as a singular or the standalone tag. So the every tag in the HTML is a predefined, and remember HTML is not a uppercase or in the small case. Each tag will have a some special meaning and the special work it is going to do. We cannot modify its meaning, or we cannot change it. So if you want to add some extra stuff to the tag, we can take the help from the attribute. Attribute can change the behavior of that tag. So here basically tags are two kinds. One is the paired tag. Paired tag means definitely it will have the what? End tag. Whereas unpaired tag it won't have the end tag, rather than it can be used as a what? Standalone tag. You no need to have any end tag. So you for the paired tags, the example is the HTML tag is paired tag, head tag is paired tag, title tag is paired tag, body tag is paired tag. Now coming to the unpaired tags, the unpaired tags means you can take refer like break and HR tags. These are all are the what? Unpaired tags. No, I already told you the another important building block of the HTML is the attribute. So this attribute is a property of a tag. Property of a tag. So what this attribute will do means which will provide some additional information of the tag. Like for example, here I have mentioned something like color, size, font family, font style. There are the other common attributes like the height, color, width, source, border, align. So basically this attribute is a property of a tag which will provide the additional information, information. So whenever we are executing the program, the browser will read what are all the attributes are set for this tag. Based on that attribute values are set, it is going to render the content. Now another important thing, you have to understand what is this DTD. So this DTD is a document type definition, which is a collection of rules written under HTML. This DTD is going to define, you will understand when we are talking more about the XML. Right? This DTD and the element, when we are talking about the XML, we can understand what is this DTD and the element. Now, how to create the HTML document? So to create a HTML document, we need some essential tags. So the essential body, these are the essential tags for the HTML program. So what if I want write one of the for you? What when the content is rendered on the web page, you have to understand where the mistake is, and then you have to correct it, and then you can see whether it is properly rendering the content or not. But don't expect that system will notify so and so tag is missing, so and so tag is not properly closed, that and all cannot be done here. So you, once the content has been rendered, then you have to identify whether the tags were properly closed or not. So if you got your intended output, then you are okay, then your program is correct. If you are not getting the exact output what you are expecting, and then you have to check your code, and wherever the corrections are required, you have to make the corrections. Now the first tag under HTML program is HTML. So HTML tags are enclosed on this root tag HTML. So remember, it is an optional tag. You can create an HTML document by routing these tags out of browser. But it is always good thing to include the start and stop tags in the format HTML, and that end one is called /HTML, start tag and the end tag. So whatever the remaining all other tags are there, the remaining all other tags will come in between the HTML and /HTML. I already told you, if you won't use this also, that also is different, but it is good to use this start tag and the end tag of the HTML. Now coming to the body tag. If you see the body tag, whatever you have written under the body tag is going to be displayed at the body of your web page. See the skeleton of your simple HTML program. It starts with the HTML tag, and then it starts with the tail called head. Then after the head, you will have your body tag. So once the body is your now after that tail is called head tag. Now basically this head tag comes after HTML tag. So this head tag is also having the one called title tag, which will give a title for a document, and it will always display on the browser. So whatever the title you have mentioned under this title tag, that will be displayed under the title bar at the top. Now if you see the exact skeleton or the anatomy of the head tag is the head tag, then you will have your title, whatever the title you want to display in the title bar, you can mention, and then you can close the title, and then you can close the head tag. Now after the head tag, you will have your body tag. Within this body tag, whatever the content you want to display in the web page body, for all such information you have to language tags, so that you can display the information in different ways, whatever the way you like. If you want to display in the image format, you can use the image tag. If you want to display the data in the tabular format, you can take the header If you want to display the data in the multiple frames, you can use the frame tag. Yes, if you want to provide some hyperlinking, you can use the anchor tag. What not what you can use all the sort of this markup language tag stuff. You can use within the body. You can use within the body. Now, so what are all the attributes can be used with the body means the main important attribute is called busy color. Busy color. Okay, let's check with the help of the one sample program. So let me read here what will happen the moment I set the busy color as a red. Hello world is displayed. The background of the hello world color is what? Red. So if you want to change to any other color, yes, so if you want to change it to any other color, so that will be displayed under yeah. If you want to display some other color, let me make it as yellow. Yeah, right. So that the background will be what? Yellow color. So there are the colors are there, different colors are there. You can apply whatever all the colors are there. You can give for the busy color so that the body background will be changed to the respective color. And the another property you can use is the text property. If you want to set a color for the text property also, yes, you can do. Let's see. Now I want to make the text color as a red color. Text equal to red. So let's see what is happened. The hello world will be displayed in the red color and the background is yellow color. Now if you want to display this text right, so background is yellow color, the text is in white color. So you can clearly understand that these attributes are the properties of a tag which will provide the additional information to the browser. So based on this additional information, the text will be processed accordingly. The text will be processed accordingly. Yeah, you can also set the margins for the body also. If you want to set the margins, yes, you have the left margin, right margin, top margin. Yes, you can use it so that you can exactly display your web page in whatever the margins you like. So based on this margin setting, you can display the data, right? Similarly, if you want to display the background image, yes, and instead of having the color in the background, you want to set a image for the body. Yes, with the help of the background attribute, what you can do is you can set a one jpeg file for your body so that the body of your web page we are having with the background of image whatever you are passing, right? So what will be taken is you can pass the jpeg image as the zip file images. So what are all the different properties we have seen for the body tag so far? We have seen like remember, an attribute is a what? Property of a tag which will provide the additional information to the browser. Now, let us see how exactly we can create this HTML program and then open it. I already told you you can take help from the notepad. In the notepad itself you can type your code and then save this program as a file name dot html. The extension is what? .html or the .htm. Once it is saved, you can open this file with the help of the Mozilla Firefox or the Chrome, and then you can see the output. Okay, so that is what the standard procedure to open any HTML programs. Now let us see what are all the different kind of tags are there. Now the tags are means first we will see the text tags. So in the text tags, again it are divided into two. One is character level tag. Now character level tags and attributes subject to formatting of the individual characters or the words. Whereas the paragraph level tags is what? This formatting is applied for the entire section of the data. Now let us see one by one what exactly this character formatting tag. So these character formatting tags are used to specify how a particular text should be displayed on the screen. Same character in the I already told you the character formatting tag is specific for a character or a word, whereas paragraph formatting tag is one which is applicable for the entire section. Now the most common character formatting tag bold tag so that you can display the text in bold color. Similarly, you have the italics, you can display the text in italics. You can have the subscript. With the help of the subscript you can display in the subscript. Similarly, you have the superscript. You have the small tag so that the text will be displayed under smaller font when compared to the normal font. Similarly, you can use the bigger font also, and similarly you can use the what u is go for the what underline. So let us uh, check all these things. For example, this hello world is there. So for this I am just applying the bold tag. So let's see what's happening. So bold tag, let me run this code. So now the text is what it displaying in a bold way. Let me change this from red so that you can have a look at it. Similarly, if you want to use the underline, yes, you can use the underline also. So in the underline, what I'm doing is I'm just passing the Naresh. See, if you see him, so Naresh will be displayed under bold. Again, Naresh will have the what underline. So similarly, you can also use the what small Naresh narration small letter. So you can compare it. So if you want to what's the difference in the next line, I'm just using the br tag so that that will come from the next one. Similarly, you can use what big. So under the big, I'm just writing the item. So let's see how exactly it is going to be rendered. See, when compared to the previous one, we will have some little bit bigger font. So here what you can do is if you want to have some subscript and superscript also, that you can do with the help of the sub and super tags, right? So these are all of the what the character formatting tags. So what are the different character formatting tags? Bold tag, italic tag, subscript tag, superscript tag, small, big, and underline. So if you want to see what is subscript and superscript, that also I am going to show you. Now let's see sub then here I'm just writing log. Similarly, you can also see the superscript ax super. Let's see how exactly it is going to be rendered. See, for the log it is coming as a base, whereas 2 is coming as a power for the text. So when you want this sort of formatting for a respective character or a word, you can use all these character formatting tags. Now Okay, let's see what else you can do. Means so there is a called font tag. With the help of the font tag, what you can do is you can specify the colors, and then you can specify the size of the text. You can specify the colors, and then you can specify the size of the font also. So whatever the color you want to set, yes, you can set the color. Don't think that every time you can set the color in the text format. If even if you want to pass this color in the hexadecimal format, yes, you can pass it in the hexadecimal format. Let me show how exactly you can send it. Okay, let's have font and hello world. Then here the color equal to, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it in hexadecimal format. Let's see how it is going to be. Right now, if you want to change this color, yes, you can change it. So I'm just changing the color now. Let's see what is going to be rendered. See, now the color is changed. Now you want to try with the other color. Yes, I'm just, what is here I'm changing the hexadecimal values I am changing. So if you see this hash, the first two hexadecimal values will represent the red, the next two will represent the green, the next two will represent the blue. You can use this mixed combination so that you can get a mix of colors. Okay, so every time you no need to pass a values like red, green, blue. Instead of that, what you can do is you can pass the what hexadecimal values. Right now, similarly, the size attribute. So the size value generally it is going to take between 1 to 7, but the default value for the size is 3. Yes, if you want to increase the size, yes, you can increase, or by default it is going to apply what 3. So what is the possible values for the size means? The possible values for the size is 1 to 7. Between the 1 to 7 you can pass any value. If you are not going to exclusively set the value for the size, then by default it is going to take the one 3. Now similarly, if you want to set the uh, font family type, the font family type that you can do with the help of the is, let us check this. Now let us change the font family. Face equal to, I'm doing Varadana. Let us see whether Varadana font is available or not. Now hello world will be displayed in a different format. Now you want to try in some other format, yes, you can try. Yeah, now I'm displaying in Arial format. Yes, there are the different sort of font families are there. Yes, you can try it absolutely. So if you want to apply the different sort of font family, yes, you can apply it with the help of the property or attribute is called face attribute. The face attribute is going to define the what font family. Now see, there is a one simple example here. So what I have done is I started with the one heading tag one. Within that I used some italics. Then I set the font color as blue and size as 4. Then after I have used the what underline. So if at all you want to check this, yes, you can execute this code and then you can see how exactly it is going to render the content. Okay, this is how it is going to display the output. Right now, the next one is what exactly this marquee tag. So this marquee tag is used to scroll the messages. Is used to scroll the messages whenever you want to scroll some messages on your web page. Yes, you can do. Let me show it to you. What exactly the marquee tag is. So let me marquee. Hi Naresh. Let's see what's going to be happening. See how it is going to be from right to left. It is going on. So when you want to have this sort of scrolling messages, yes, you can take the help from the marquee tag. Marquee tag is used to scroll the messages on the web page. Now, what are the different attributes of the marquee tag? Means obviously it will be a what you can have the busy color. Using the busy color, you can set the color for the scrolled messages, and you can also set the direction. What are all the different directions you can set? Is left to right, right to left, up to down, and bottom to top. Let us try with some other up to down. We will see what is going to happen. Direction equal to up to down. Let's see what happens. Up to down. Yeah, yeah, you can check in the different ways. You can also set the loop count also, how many times it has to be written. So based on that loop count, it is going to be scrolled as many times. Now it's the time for the paragraph formatting tags. I already told you this paragraph formatting tags is not applied for a character or not applied for a word, rather than it is applied for the entire section. So when you want to apply the formatting for the entire section, then you can use the paragraph formatting tag. So let us see what are all the different paragraph formatting tags are there. Now the most common paragraph formatting tags are, you can see, you can start with the P. The P stands for paragraph. When you want to have a paragraph, you can use the what? P tag. So you can see the example P, welcome to the world of HTML, and then you can start the another paragraph like that. How many number of paragraphs you required, you can have as many number. Let us check with the execution part also. P high, then P y. So let's see how exactly. So each P tag will indicate the what one paragraph. See, between the paragraphs there is a space. Between the paragraphs there is a space. Let's have one more called P. Hello, Naresh. Yeah, yeah. You can see the third paragraph. Right. Okay. So this is what the first one paragraph formatting tag. That is what P tag. Now the next one you can see is what called PR. PR stands for break tag. Whenever you want to display the content in the next new line, then you can take the help from the PR tag. PR tag is an unpaired tag for which you no need to provide any end tag. Okay. So already we have seen the example also for the PR tag. Now the next tag is pre-tag. This is what is very important. I can show with the example so that you people can realize what exactly this pre-tag is. For example, here I have written one simple program, hash include std dot fetch, then I'm starting with void main, curly braces start, curly braces close. Here I have written one printf function, printf hello world. Right. So let me execute this code. Let's see what's happening. See how exactly it is going to display. But when you embedded this code under pre tag, you can see the different version of the output. See, so whatever this formatting is there, this formatting will be there forever. Now here what I'm going to do is that is missing, right? Okay, LT, then this one is tag, what you can do is in whatever the way you want to render your code, in the same way it is going to render. So pre means whatever the way you enter the text in the body, in the same formatting way it is going to take. That is what the pre tag. So with the help of the pre tag you can preserve whatever the way you want to showcase whatever. So it will preserve your space, it will preserve your line breaking in the text written in the inside the tag. So in whatever the way you are going to type, in the same way it is going to be rendered. If you are not going to use this pre tag, what is going to be happened is then the browser will execute its default behavior. You cannot get those whatever the spacing you are giving, whatever the line breaks you are giving in the text, that cannot be preserved. If you want to preserve those, you must use the what? Pre tag. Okay, right. Now I hope you understand what is the paragraph tag, what is the pre tag, and what is the br tag. Now let us see the next one. Is called another unpaired tag is called horizontal tag. When you want to draw a lines, when you want to draw a lines horizontally, then you can use the what, this hr tag. Let me show with the help of it. See, then what I'm doing is I'm using one hr tag so that you can better understand how exactly, right? If you see here there is a underline. So when you need such sort of underline things, you can use this horizontal tag. So with the help of this horizontal tags you can have a what, lines. So you can, when you want to draw a boundary between the two, as you can use this horizontal tag as what, when you want to draw a line or when you want to draw a boundary, yes, you can use this hr tag. Using this horizontal tag you can draw the line. Now, so what are the attributes that HR can accept is, you can see the attributes it is going to accept, like align, width, size, no shade, color. Yes, you can try all these attributes and then you can see how exactly it is going to render the content. For example, let us try with the width. Now here I am going to try with the width. So width is equal to, let us say I am giving some 50 percentage, and then let us visualize how exactly it is going to render the code. See, okay. Now so width equal to, so I make it as 100%. Let's see now. See, it's what rendered in the different way. That is what which we have to understand. So that is what HR tag. Now coming to the, this HTML will have the 6 header tags, h1, h2, h3, h4, h5, h6. So you can display the headings in the different columns in the larger format with the bold formats. That also I can show in the execution so that you can understand what exactly is the HR tags, header tags. H1. Now here I'm going to display hello. So let us have a break, and then, so I'm going to start with another one, another hello, then br, then h3, another hello, right, then h4, hello, then you can have br, h5, hello, and you have br, h6, hello, and br. So let's publish this code so that we will understand how exactly the content will be rendered. See here. So the first one is having the much bolder and much bigger. So later on you will have the more slim version. So like this, how many heading tags are there means by default it is going to support h1. The bigger one is the h1 and the smaller one is H6. But what is the difference is you can have, when you want to have a larger font and bolder font, you can go with H1. So when you want to display like a smaller heading, and then you can go for H6. So here is the one simple program of the heading tags where you can understand how exactly the headings will be there. There are the six headings are there. Okay, H1 is the highest one, H6 is the smaller one. This is how it is going to render the output, right? So if you see, the difference is H1 will have the larger font and bolder one. When you go to the latest version, you will have the what was a dedicated one, and then that is what H1 to H6. Now, how to display the some special characters in the HTML. Now, if you want to see copyright of C and circle R and 1 by 4 and 1 by 2, 3 by 4 and division symbol, less than symbol, greater than symbol, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, ampersand and spades, clubs, hearts. Okay, so these are all are the what this is called entity. Technically, it is called it was entity in the HTML. So when you want to display these sort of symbols um, uh, in HTML, you must use these entities. Let us check how exactly this can be done. So what I am going to do is first let me try with what is called AMP, right? So let's see what it is going to display. It's going to display what? Ampersand. Similarly, if you want to display some other, what is the underneath? So let's see what it is going to display. So these are all the what entities. These are all of the what entities. Now you want to display some other, then ampersand le, then br. So let's see, less than or equal to will be displayed. Okay now. So when you want to have these sort of symbols in your HTML program, you cannot use them directly. Instead of that, you have to use the entities. What are the different entities are there? Ampersand copy, ampersand reg, ampersand frac, like. So every entity must be ended with the semicolon. So when you want to have these sort of symbols in your web page, then you must use these entities. Without these entities, actual data cannot be rendered in the web page. When you want to render it, you must have the what? These entities. Now here is some of the examples which you can understand how exactly the entities can be rendered. So ampersand copy semicolon is replaced by, see that symbol. Similarly, ampersand reg semicolon is replaced by what? Encircle r. So like that. Now what are the advantages of this HTML is you have to understand that it is very easy to use and it will have the loose syntax, you don't need to worry, and almost every browser will support the HTML, but not all the browsers is going to support the HTML, and this HTML is widely used and widely accepted. Almost every website is using the concept of what? HTML, and which was somewhat similar to XML syntax, but the XML is used for the what? Data storage. And another thing, you no need to buy any software to write this code or to deploy this code. Very easy to run, and even for the newcomers also it is very easy to understand and very easy to apply. Now what are the different disadvantages of the HTML is, I already told you, using the HTML we can develop only static web pages only, um, right? And another thing, when you want to structure the HTML documents, it is very hard to grasp. And another thing is you have to keep up with the deprecated tags. Sometimes the tags will be removed and the new tags will be added. Each time you have to update it. And whatever the security features which are offered by the HTML are what? Limited. So this is something about introduction of the HTML. In the next class, we are going to discuss about some other advanced concepts of the HTML. Till then,